riding through the streets and bits falling off your bike. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. So, hey, in this video, I'm talking about your Harley Davidson. Yeah, and do bits still fall off your bike? Now, the reason why I'm making this video, would you believe, I still get asked this of my Sport Glide. People ask me, people say, oh, you went on a long ride, yeah. Did anything fall off your bike or anything okay? And I'm constantly saying, yeah, no, absolutely fine, no problems at all. No problems at all. All is well with the Harley. And they seem to be a little bit surprised. But I suppose I'm going to put this out to you, if you've got a Harley Davidson, do kind of things fall off it? Now, I suppose pre the Milwaukee 8 engines, there was a lot more vibrations on these bikes, wasn't there, on the Harleys? And they did have a bit of a reputation for bits falling off. Now, obviously, when bits fall off your bike, that isn't a good thing. And there's no doubt that older Harleys, you definitely had to pay more attention to them. You had to work on them. Look, I suppose you could say that for all older bikes, couldn't you? British bikes, old Japanese bikes. What, are you telling me nobody ever had to work on those? Of course it did. But I think Harley definitely had a reputation. You kind of had to, work with them a little bit. You had to wrench on them a little bit more. Whether it's minor or major, you had to do something with them. But things used to shake, rattle and roll. And things used to fall off. Now, I always wonder what kind of things would fall off your bike. So, look, if you had an old Harley, or you've got an old Harley, and have you had anything fall off it whilst you're riding? Maybe it's a side stand, maybe it's an exhaust mount, maybe it's I don't know, whatever. If things just work themselves loose, they start falling off your bike. Now, hopefully, it was nothing serious, and it didn't cause you to have a crash or anything as serious as that, or injure anybody else. But look, there's a serious side to this, isn't there? Obviously, if things are falling off your bike, you could have an accident, as I say, or, whatever's falling off your bike could go and hit somebody else and, all that kind of stuff. Right, anyway, look, with the M8 engine, there's no doubt that they've toned down the vibrations. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they designed the engine so it would have minimal or hardly any vibrations at all. And then they had to re-evaluate that when the kind of early focus groups are saying, no, actually, we want more vibration on the engine. But, things are not falling off these bikes anymore. Things are not working themselves loose. Now, you could say that's just better manufacturing processes, that's just better engineering, that's just better, technicians, manufacturers, just working on your bikes or producing your bikes. They're just better at it. They're using better technology now, whatever. They're thread locking everything. They're not not putting wire clips through it or whatever. So it just seems to be working better these days than it ever used to in the past. But there's no doubt that the amount of vibrations on the newer bikes are a lot less. The rider comfort is better, smoother. Yes, you could say it's lost a bit of soul in that regard, and that's what a lot of the dissension is about, from a lot of old Harley riders. But that being said, things don't necessarily fall off the bike. Occasionally, maybe the odd saddlebag from the Sport Glide world, but we don't really know what's causing that at the moment, or what did cause it in the past. I don't think many have fallen off these days, but in general, things just don't tend to fall off. The build quality of these things is a lot better. Now, I'm not harping on about this because I'm being very pro Harley Davidson or just trying to prove a point. All I'm just saying is, well, this is a fact. It's not, I'm not lying here, this is just the way it is. But, you know, I'd be interested to know what bits have ever fallen off your bike. Now, especially off the new bikes, off the new M8 engines. Now, you know, and this is right across the board, whether you got your Softails, or whether it's your, you know, your Touras, you know, or whatever it is, or whether it's any other Harley. You know, what funny stories if you've got, you know, things falling off. I know exhaust brackets fall off. I've had... There's no doubt on this bike I've had to tighten up a few things already. I've made videos about it. You know, the exhaust heat shield that had some creep on it. You know, what else was there? There was something else. What was it? Help me out. Anyway, whatever it was, I can't remember. But, you know, there are things that you have to do with bikes. It doesn't matter how good they are or how new they are, you have to attend to them. And, you know, it always makes me laugh, though, when, you know, people still think of Harley Davidsons as some old archaic thing. I've made other similar videos to this, you know, questioning whether people still think of them as tractors and all that kind of stuff. You know, or whether they're just agricultural, old technology and all that sort of stuff. You know the videos I've made. You know, but I just find it interesting that people have that perception because that's all they know. And that stigma, I'm afraid, I think has stuck with Harley Davidson more so than possibly any other manufacturer. Now, I could be wrong here, so if I'm wrong, please let me know and please tell me, you know, if I've got this completely wrong. But I still think there is that stigma. I still think that a lot of people who are not in the know, let's put it that way, who are not in the know, who don't know about modern Harleys, still have that feeling that actually the engineering or the build quality isn't that great, or that, you know, that with a Harley you just have to work on it. It's as simple as that. You have to, you know, be a bit of a home mechanic and you have to constantly work on things. Whereas actually, let's face it, that isn't the case, is it? That isn't the case with Harleys. Not anymore anyway. But look, let me know about these old Harleys. Let me know about what work you've had to do just to keep them rolling. So, you know, on the side of the road, what little fixes you've had to do. I always carry little bits and bobs with me. You know me, anything just to try and keep the bike rolling, especially when I'm on long rides or endurance rides. Any little fixes, whether it's cable ties, whether it's duct tape, whatever. Take a few spanners with me, tighten a few things up. Hey, that's what you have to do. But, you know, in general terms, what things have you had to do on the side of the road? Or what things have you had to pick off the bike? You know, I remember years ago, I mean, old things I had, a centre stand fell off my bike. Literally, funny enough, it wasn't as I was riding, I was just pulling up and the actual centre stand fell off. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what was going on? And another thing, I've had clutch levers fall off, I've had wing mirrors or mirrors, you know, fall off, clutch levers fall off on the old bikes. And this wasn't even an old bike, this was actually a brand new bike on my last bike, would you believe? You know, I've had gear selector levers, that's right, on my other bike, fell off, they broke, they fell off as I was riding along. What was it? Panels, my crikey, panels, so many panels I've had over the years have had to work themselves loose. A couple have actually flown off as I've been riding by or riding along. One I've actually caught, would you believe this? I caught it with my left hand. It was on the side here. There's lots of plastic paneling, and one just worked less, and it just flicked up, and I managed to catch it. And then I was just, oh bloody hell, what do I do now? So I just sort of stuck it down here, and then just pulled over to the side of the road. But look, you know, these things do happen. Hello, fella. These things do happen. So look, let me know your funny stories. Let us know what falls off, and most critically, what doesn't fall off anymore. But do you still get the same kind of attitude, you know, from non-Harley riders or older Harley riders who still think that the new bikes are exactly the same as the old bikes? Whatever it is, leave your comments below. Let me know. Let's have a bit of fun with this. Come on. Please like, share, subscribe. check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I will catch you on the next video coming very, very soon. Ta-da now. Bye.
RevelatorAlf.